Kazakhstan and France are strengthening mutual cooperation, particularly in establishing closer economic partnership. To date, France is one of the main foreign investors in Kazakhstan. Companies from the European country have invested $37 billion into Kazakhstan over the years. The French companies are interested to invest in the country due to its favorable investment climate, as well as access to the markets of neighboring Central Asia and European Union. We already have a good understanding of Kazakhstan given our experience in doing business here for several years. We have a branch office in Kazakhstan. The country has a positive image abroad. We know of the country's industrial value and ease of doing business. We have examples of successful stories, and this can be used to promote the business opportunities in Kazakhstan worldwide. Our company is operating in the innovation sector. We can use this opportunity to create the image of Kazakhstan in other countries.
Alors le projet est de participer à la mesure de l'évolution.
We are planning to be part of Kazakhstan's digital transformation journey with our products. We are looking for local Kazakh partners in order to develop and improve our solutions. We are also planning to be involved in data storage and archiving projects in Kazakhstan. Digital transformation and alternative energy are recognized as one of the most prioritized sectors of stronger cooperation between Kazakhstan and France. France recently hosted a business forum where members of the Astana International Financial Center discussed about the privileges and preferences given to foreign entrepreneurs and investors. The Kazakh embassy in France organized the event to advertise Kazakhstan to French investors.
Были обсуждены реальные перспективы дальнейшего сотрудничества.
The prospects of cooperation between Kazakhstan and France have been discussed at the meeting. We noted a great interest among the French, who are increasingly recognizing Kazakhstan. The Kazakh delegation gave a very detailed presentation on the ease of doing business in Kazakhstan, and it gave the French investors greater confidence to invest in the country.
Больше уверенность французским инвесторам для работы в Казахстане.
Large French manufacturers of information systems and solar panels have signed agreements on cooperation with their Kazakh counterparts at the Business Forum. In addition, one of the European software leaders has also announced its commitment to invest in the Kazakh economy. Kazakh business people will have a greater access to the Iranian markets. Iranian business officials are set to visit Astana in the upcoming months to learn more details about operation at Kazakh enterprises. The Iranians are primarily interested in extraction of mineral resources and the agricultural sector. Businessmen from Tehran are planning to study Kazakhstan's practices in growing wheat, barley, and other cereals, including their storage and transportation conditions. Agriculture is one of the most developed economic sectors in Kazakhstan. Therefore, we want to cooperate with the Kazakh economies. I believe that Kazakhstan will provide us with grain. I am convinced that Kazakhstan can become a long-term business partner for Iran. The chambers of commerce should provide assistance for the businesses. Moreover, Iran is also interested in the machine building industry in Kazakhstan and strengthens cooperation in the field of food products supply. Iran can serve as a bridge which can connect Kazakhstan with other countries. There is an opportunity for Kazakhstan to transship goods through Iran, which is convenient and cost-effective. There are also sea and railroad transportation available. If Kazakhstan transits its goods through Iran, the customs duties will also be lower than in other countries. Exports of goods to third countries is another key aspect of the Kazakh-Iranian cooperation. Kazakhstan is focused on developing its exports in the upcoming 3 years. The Kazakh government allocated 500 billion tenge to help promote its exports. There are also non-financial incentives such as reimbursement of transportation costs and service maintenance. The first nuclear energy law has been approved by the members of the lower house of Uzbek parliament. The new law is adopted as a guidance for the development of a unified state policy on the development and peaceful use of the nuclear energy. According to a paragraph of the bill, a nuclear power plant consisting of 2 power units with a capacity of 1,200 megawatts each will be built in Uzbekistan in 2022. The plant will be used to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere by 14 million tons. This is the first such law in the history of Uzbekistan. It is an innovation for us. Energy demand in the country increases every year. The new law will become the basis for the development of nuclear energy that will be used for peaceful purposes and safety enhancement. It also helps to improve the environmental conditions. An exhibition titled Light of the Order, Unveiling the Art of Central Asia is taking place at the London Art Gallery De Contemporary. Leading artists from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan and Tajikistan have presented their works at the event. Artists like Marat Bakiev, Bobur Ismailov, Saule Suleymenova, Yerbolat Tolebay, Ronald Clare and well-known Kazakh artist Uriya Jurik are inspired by the history, traditions and values of Central Asia. The culture of a country is explored through art. These events should be organized to present the country in a positive way. According to the organizers of the exhibition, the Central Asia region is still an unexplored land for the Western audience. However, the Westerners have expressed interest to learn about the region, particularly Kazakhstan. An idea was formed to promote Central Asia to the Westerners through art. It was an eye-opening experience. People can see that we also have our lives there. We showed even the rural lifestyle. Each person has his own philosophy. We also showcase relationships within families and neighbors.
We often talk about trade, investment, politics, the bilateral relationship, but actually between peoples, culture and art is so important, and we've done some work with helping to promote Kazakh drama and music, so we're now thrilled to be working with the Kazakh artists.
The artists showcase diverse areas of art such as realism, impressionism, cubism and abstractionism. They then included the traditional images, plots and styles which are typical in the Central Asian region in their artworks. All of the artworks have gained interest amongst the foreign art experts. The Light of the Other, Unveiling the Art of Central Asia exhibition will be opened until March 21st. Kazakhstan's Abilkhan Kasteyev State Museum of Arts opened its exposition titled The 6 Years Turkic Romanticism in Moscow. The works by Kazakh artists are presented in the Zurab Tsereteli Art Gallery. The Kazakh Museum's art exhibition includes more than 50 works ranging from paintings, drawings to sculptures, created by artists whose style was formed in the 1960s. The 60s are considered to be the golden era of Kazakhstan's artistic development. The exposition is very special. At the exhibition, we presented works by the artistic generation of the 1960s who made a significant contribution to the establishment of the Kazakh arts. We brought works by Kazakh artists such as Aitbayev, Shardenov, Togusbayev, Kisamedinov, and Isatay Isabayev. I've always been interested in following the evolution of the Kazakh artists. In the 60s, they experienced an artistic boom, which was obvious for everyone. At that time, they used to win top prizes at exhibitions. I am amazed at the unique style and distinct ethnic elements in the works by Kazakh artists. Kazakh artists of that era established the Kazakh artistic style as they searched for new ideas of expressing the Kazakh traditional style. Art critics believe that the works are still relevant in the modern time. To create the authentic style, the Kazakh artists learned the experience of the traditional decorative art, Middle Eastern miniatures, and the art of Gaguen and Matisse, who also studied the Middle Eastern decorative art. They all sought to express their smart solutions in creating their paintings.
Это были думающие люди, очень хорошо знающие историю, не только свою, но и...
These artists were very thoughtful and proficient in the history of both Kazakh and worldwide arts, particularly the Middle Eastern style. Their works present a complex combination of their perception of their ancient ethnic patterns and their modern outlook.
Культура как культура древней с современным мироощущением.
The exhibition is the 4th international exhibition held in the Kazakh Museum. Last year, the museum held exhibitions in New York, Ankara, and Bursa. The Kazakh art exhibition is open in Moscow until the end of March. Exhibition of unique jewelry of the 19th century opened at the Saken Seifullin Museum in Astana. The collection includes Kazakh silver earrings, bracelets, pendants decorated with traditional pattern, as well as exclusive belts and rings. Part of the exhibits was inherited by friends and relatives of Gulbahram Batyrbekova, the wife of the great Kazakh writer and poet. The exhibition also features photographs and books dedicated to the founder of modern Kazakh literature. The museum in Astana was named after Saken Seifullin more than 30 years ago. We collect exhibits for the collection based on research works of our museum's researchers. We also hold various events, meetings and conferences with Saken Seifullin's relatives. Friends of Gulbahram Batyrbekova used to wear such traditional style jewelry to complete their looks. Kazakh traditional jewelry of this style is popular at the moment. Items such as personal belongings, photographs and books exhibited at the museum provide many details about Saken Seifullin. The museum staff claims that the interest in the exhibits continues to grow every year.
Популярность нашего музея растет, к нам приходит не только Казахстан.
The Saken Seifullin Museum is becoming more popular among both Kazakh citizens and foreign visitors from countries such as India, Scotland, United Kingdom, and more. Our museum is visited by more than 500 visitors every month. There are more than 6,000 exhibits in the museum presented in 6 halls. The museum staff completely recreated the writer's working office. Saken Seifullin left an indelible mark on the Kazakh literature and history. Museums of Atyrau region presented audio guides for the visitors. The devices, which allow visitors to self-learn about the unique expositions, were introduced in the museums as part of the Digital Kazakhstan program. The innovative device contains comprehensive information on each exhibit. The spoken commentary is available in 5 different languages, including Kazakh, Russian, English, Turkish, and Chinese.
Ülke мәдениеті мен әдебиеті экспозициялық залында өлкемізден шыққан дарын иелерімен толығырақ таныса аласыздар.
Осы құрылғының арқасында
The audio guide allows me to take a museum tour by myself and learn more about the artifacts. I can choose any language, such as Russian, Kazakh, and English. There is no need to use the services of the tour guide. Audio guides allow the visitors to attend the museum at any time and listen to the full information about the exhibits. The new automated system creates digital versions of almost all museum exhibits and properly arranges the data archives.
Бұл дегеніміз музей мамандарының жұмысын жеңілдетуге көп көмегін тигізіп жатыр.
The innovation significantly facilitated the museum operations. Previously, to prepare for the traveling exhibitions, we used to spend one day to fill in the act of valuable exhibits of the museum, and now we can complete this act in 5 minutes. If we insert the valuable exhibits number in the automated system, it provides us with the information automatically. The system simplifies our processes. The local history museum in Atyrau is one of the largest museums in Kazakhstan. The facility consists of 9 branches, which store about 11,000 unique artifacts. As part of the Digital Kazakhstan program, all artifacts will soon be included in the electronic catalog, which is designed to ensure the population's access to specific information. Graduate student of the Armenian State University, Shushan Khashatryan dreams of developing Kazakh studies in Armenia. Now she is writing her thesis on the works of Mukhtar Awezov. Professors of the Gumilyov Eurasian National University are assisting her. Therefore, the graduate student starts her day giving a call to Astana. Kamshat Shakhatova and Shushan quickly became friends. She is also her mentor and teacher of the Kazakh language.
Когда открылся центр казахского языка, меня заинтересовалась казахским языком как
When the Kazakh Language Center was open, I became interested in Kazakh as a language which is close to Turkish. I began to study Kazakh on my own. Then my supervisor asked whether I have read The Path of Abai. I read this book in Armenian and I also read it in Russian and Kazakh. Unfortunately, The Path of Abai novel hasn't been published in the Armenian language. My interest in Kazakh culture has started thanks to this book.
Заинтересованность казахскому культуру началась и с этой книгой.
Soon her research, which takes many years to complete, will be written into one big study, a PhD thesis. Shushan says that she will invite an expert from Kazakhstan to defend her thesis.
Диссертациямның тақырыбы Мұхтар Әуезовтың шығармаларының тематикалық ерекшеліктері деп аталған.
The topic of my thesis is the peculiarity of works of Mukhtar Awezov. I am reading The Path of Abai in Armenian. There are very few people who speak Kazakh in Armenia. There is very little information on Kazakh literature. Nonetheless, there is a Center of Kazakh Language, History and Culture in the Yerevan State University. I borrow books there.
Бірақ Ереван мемлекеттік университетінде Қазақстан тарихи, мәдениет және қазақ тілі орталығы бар. Ондан мен кітаптар аламын, оқымын.
Over the years of her research, Shushan has read dozens of works written by Kazakh authors. She's found some of the books in the National Library, which has the Kazakh Literature Center.
Посещают студенты, читатели, преподаватели.
Students, readers and teachers visit the center. Everyone is interested in culture and poetry as well as Kazakh poets and their works. It is very gratifying and pleasant to see. They don't speak the language yet, but they can access the works of the Kazakh authors in Russian.
Они не знают, но на русском языке читают, естественно, изучают, интересуются.
In the future, Shushan plans to introduce the subject, history and culture of Kazakh. Is going to pay a visit to her mentors and friends in Astana. Central Asian nations are reviving ancient traditions. Residents of Almaty region, Gulbarshin Baysarieva creates traditional style felt clothes in a modern interpretation to build a Kazakhstan brand. The designer prepared raw materials for her works herself as she has 200 sheep on her pasture land. She uses wool produced during the shearing, which starts in April, for her fashion items. I have been involved in fashion design for a long time. My goal was to leave a legacy for the future generations and contribute to the development of the traditional fashion industry. To produce our natural items, we need to undertake large projects, train students and apprentices, open multiple branches and build more workshops and factories. We need to increase exports of our items abroad. According to the fashion designer, there is a high demand for the modern felt-made items due to their natural components. Ethnographers believe that the Kazakhs use felt items due to their natural quality.
Киіз қазақ халқының тұрмысында өте ерте кезден қалыптасқан.
Felt has been used in the Kazakh household since ancient times. Remains of felt items were discovered in the Saka burial sites of the Pazyryk culture. The shoe insoles were made of felt in the ancient times. The felt insoles are still widely used in the present time. Felt insoles are used to provide additional protection from the cold weather and control the moisture during long walks. Felt insoles are very good for health.
Терді өзіне қарай сіңіреді. Ол денсаулыққа өте пайдалы.
Gulbarshin is planning to expand her production lines in Astana and Taldi Korgan. Together with her apprentices, the fashion designer is set to start manufacturing Kazakh traditional clothing items in the modern style.